There is a legend by the Seneca people of a dragon living within Lake Ontario. It's a powerful creature, supposedly arriving to Earth when a meteoroid made impact. Flying on a trail of fire across the heavens, this fire-breathing serpentine dragon was given the name Gaasyendietha to the French explorer Jacques Cartier by the natives. He inquired about the creature when he briefly sighted it with his crew in St. Lawrence River. Jacques Cartier described the creature as a blue giant finned snake that moved like a caterpillar. They tried to capture the dragon, but it moved too quickly and dove beneath the waters. In 1817, the crew of a ship saw a blackish snake-like monster a foot in diameter and 30 to 40 feet in length, about 3 miles offshore. On August 14, 1829, the Kingston Gazette and Religious Advocate reported that 2 children claimed they saw a 20 to 30 feet long snake-like creature near Grantham. Their experience was retold in a local paper, which went to state on about this wasn't the first sighting in Lake Ontario and that such serpents lived in the lake. July 1st, 1833, the Oswego Palladium reported that Captain Abiha Kellogg and others on the schooner Polyphemus had seen a 175-foot blue serpent as they made their way into Kingston Harbor. They said that the creature had no obvious head, but rather it tapered off like that of a giant earthworm. It swam by the ship before making way towards St. Lawrence. 1842. The monster returned to Kingston, nearby Gull Beach, surprising 2 boys named McCullen. The 2 ran to their father and told him what they saw. He summoned a man with a rifle to kill it. They failed to kill the beast, but described it as brown and 30 to 40 feet long with a large head. This next part is from Cryptomundo.com, which claims to have gotten this from a newspaper report that I saw came from Texas. Again, this is not anywhere close to Canada. August 29, 1867, a report of a great snake or water monster within Lake Ontario was seen by reliable citizens who live on the lake shore in Parma, New York. It was sunset that this monster was seen in the water close to shore. A herd of cattle went to drink from the lake when the huge monster raised his head above the water and approached the shore. The cattle got frightened and ran from the beach. Half an hour later, the same herd of cattle drank from a place 50 rods west of the spot they went to first and were again driven away by the same monster. June 25, 1872. The Globe reported that residents of Olcott, New York, saw a bellowing monster leap 50 feet out of the water before making its way north out of sight. August 1877, there were reports in Burlington Bay where a fisherman described the monster as looking like a log with a mouth like a crocodile. Another angler said that the monster snapped off his oar, leaving visible tooth marks. September 1881, passengers and crew of the steamship Gypsy saw a creature 25 to 40 feet in length with small legs and a large tail in the water. August 22, 1882, an account in the Toronto Mail reported a serpent sighting in the water near Fort York. It was described by 3 witnesses as being 50 feet long and as wide as a man, with bluish gray in color with stiff bristles covering its body. 1888. In the channel between Wolf and Simcoe Islands, 2 sailors reported seeing a serpent creature. 1892. A couple reported being attacked by a huge serpent with eyes like balls of fire near Brackeys Bay. The husband fended off the monster with his fishing pole. August 1931. 2 physicians reported seeing a 30-foot long creature, describing it as having 1 eye in the middle of its head, as well as 2 antler-like horns, as they sailed from Alexandra Bay to Kingston's Yacht Club. 1968, a Scarborough resident saw an eel-like creature of 20 feet long with a mane in the waters off of Toronto. And in the 1970s, an employee of the Ministry of Natural Resource witnessed a large creature dive into the lake from the shores of Prince Edward County twice. These sightings come from a mix of internet sites, one being torontotist.com and Cryptozoology. When researching this case, I couldn't find records myself, so I'm presuming, if true, that they got the sources from libraries, newspaper articles, or historians. But for all we know, they could be making it up themselves. I just didn't see any evidence to prove anything. The creature is described in different ways depending on the sources. Majority of the sources claim of a serpentine creature of 20 to 40 feet long. The colors range from blue to brown, from headless to large, to one eye to two eyes, and the such. If so, and if it is real, there could be more than one species, maybe, or mistaken identity depending on the sources. There are some creatures of the deep that lives in Lake Ontario that can cause such mistaken identity, such as the lake sturgeon, which can grow up to 3 to 5 feet, and some can even get as large as 7 or more feet and weigh as up to 300 pounds. American lake eels could explain the serpentine appearance, however they grow up to about 3 to 4 feet. There are other large fish in Lake Ontario as well, such as the long-nosed gar and a couple of species of salmon as well, but none of reach up to the size of 20 to 40 feet. When it comes down to description, none really compare to the sightings as well. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Did you like this video and want to support me? Check out my Patreon page where I create videos on cryptids, abductions, serial killers, and much more. If you can't support me there, like, comment, and subscribe here. Thank you for watching.